Welcome back. Let's get started customizing your home view. Make sure that you are at this part of the tutorial. Once again, tap on this button over here. Make sure that it's down here that says Explore the Fundamentals of SwiftUI Code. Okay, and you're going to have this little instructional bar over here with the expert over there telling you how to explore the fundamentals of SwiftUI Code. You might notice that we've switched over to a new tab over here called Home View. Okay, we are no longer looking at Content View, even though they technically show the same thing, right? Notice that Content View has a whole bunch of stuff over here, but it says all about your name on the preview. And if I go to Home View, well, it has a bunch of different stuff over here, but it also says all about your name on the right-hand side. These two are very similar in the sense that Content View takes whatever Home View has and composes it as part of its view inside the tab view. Okay? And one thing you might notice is that this home view preview doesn't have the tabs at the bottom because this is just you looking at one view all by itself. Okay, you're just looking at the first tab. So you can take a look down here. You can say, you can view your app in two ways. You can tap the run button to launch your app. Okay, I think we can skip that. All right, you can preview your app to open the About Me app file. All right, so I think we can skip all this. We've kind of been through some of this. You can try it if you want. Let's move on to the next part. And it's telling you a bit more about SwiftUI. Okay, some of this is a bit of a revision from Get Started with Apps. So before you customize the user interface, you need to take a look and see how it's built. You use views to build this. So we've talked about this. Every single thing on the page is a view. All right, VStack is a view, text is a view, image is a view, and they all have these things called modifiers. All right, so let's move on to the next part over here. Each view needs a body. So this is where we are going into some of the code where we told you not to worry too much about. Okay, at the very beginning of the previous unit, we mentioned that this code right here is a lot different from your Swift Playgrounds puzzles because in Swift Playgrounds puzzles, every single line of code matters. But down here, we tell you to edit certain lines of code and ignore others. So here, Swift Playgrounds is trying to explain to you, hey, there's a bunch of stuff going on inside here, right? There's this var body sum view. This body is where all your views are displayed, okay? So right now it's just telling you, hey, we have a VStack, a text, and an image. All right, so all these things are things that you've kind of seen before in the previous unit. Let's keep going, okay? And this is another thing you've seen before, view modifiers. Modifiers start with dot. They are little functions that are attached to views and they make changes to the views that they are attached to. Okay, so in this case, font large title is attached to text and it changes it to a large font file. Okay, so this is all just a bit of revision, and down here we have resizable and scaled to fit, which is attached to the image. And if we go to the next one, it says keep going to start customizing the app. So all this is just revision, nothing you need to do for this segment. Let's tap on done. Fantastic. Next, what they want you to do is to replace the image with a new photo. Okay, this part's really interesting. We've kind of done this in the previous unit where we asked you to put an image alongside your friend image. So now they are giving you a guide on how to do it. Open the left sidebar. So you have to be clear on the terms here. This is the sidebar. Open the left sidebar. Tap on the Add File button at the top of your sidebar. Okay. Tap on the Add File. Tap Photo to get a photo asset from your Photos app. So tap on it. Okay. So I've taken the photo over here. Oh, there it is. Hello me. Tap on this. Okay. And what it does is it imports the photo. Now, this part's a bit weird. Okay. So you might have encountered this in the previous unit. You might have seen that when you take a photo and you try and import it into Swift Playgrounds, there is this interesting behavior where your photo ends up upside down. It didn't show up when we did our little demo the last time round because I imported a graphic, but if you took a photo, you might have seen this happen. So here's how you might want to fix this. Okay, so first, you would want to go all the way to your Photos app. So let me go to my home screen. All right, my Photos app is right here in my dock. Tap on it. Okay, here's my photo. So this photo looks perfectly fine here. What's going on? All right, so the reason why this happens is because when you take a photo on your iPad in landscape mode, it might be tricked into thinking that it's actually upside down. So there is a way to fix this. You just need to tap on your photo. Okay, tap on the edit button, make any change to it. So you might want to perhaps tap on the auto image adjust, make it look good. Looking good. All right, and tap done. What this does is it saves the metadata of the image so that it will orientate it properly. All right, let me just get away from this. My face is very big in this. Okay, and head back to Swift Playgrounds. What I will do now is I'll get rid of this image asset of me being upside down. I'm just going to tap and hold. Okay, and choose delete. And I'm going to import this image one more time. This time, the edited image should be the right way up. So tap on this. Okay, tap on photo. And it's going to be me again. Tap on it. And let's see. All right, there we go. I am the right way up. Fantastic. Okay. And of course, you probably want to rename this. It's a bit hard to see on my screen, but your image asset name is actually selected. There's a little blue handlebar over here. You can't really see because it's a blue handlebar on a blue background, but I can just start typing. I'm going to say YJ photo. Okay. Take note of the way you type it. Make sure that the capital letters and the spaces and everything is something you remember, because your job is to add this back into your SwiftUI file. Okay, so I'm going to tap on Home View, and it says, okay, give your photo a name. I've done it. Replace the name placeholder in quotes with the name of your photo. All right, so over here, mine's called YJ space photo, capital Y, capital J, and lowercase photo. Notice that as I type, Swift Playgrounds is like, hey, wait a minute, I can't find something called YJ. Hang on, Swift Playgrounds, I'm typing very slowly. Okay, so YJ photo. All right, and I think that should be fine. Let's open up our preview on the right-hand side. And there we go, right? All about your name, your face. Okay, things like that. Okay, so let's continue. If I go to next, now for the fun part. Fun part. Try these modifications to change the shape of your photo. This is pretty cool. Add one of the following modifiers below your other image modifiers. Okay, so you know what modifiers are? It's telling you that, hey, there's a new modifier we're introducing here called .clipshape bracket circle, open bracket, close bracket. If you want, you can try typing it out. If not, you can just press copy over here. Copy. Okay. And you can put your cursor right after your other modifiers and use paste. So you can just tap on your cursor and choose paste. And hey, check it out. What happens is that your face is now in a circle. Very, very cool. Okay. So before we move on to the next, I want to point this out that says, as you work through them, comment out any unwanted code by placing 2 slashes at the beginning of the line. All right. This is a very, very useful thing to do. This is called commenting. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that real quick. I'm going to put my cursor here and I'm going to type // All right, notice that it becomes grayish. Okay, and the effect has gone away. So what's happening here? As far as Swift Playgrounds is concerned, you have removed this line of code from its consideration. // means make this into a comment. All right. So Swift Playgrounds will ignore this entire line of code, but it's still there for you, and you can actually bring it back by deleting away the //. Hey, it's back. Hey, it's gone. Hey, it's back. Okay, so it's very, very useful for when you want to try different things out and see their effects. And if you don't really want to delete the code, you can just put a // in front of it. That doesn't cause any problems. It doesn't take up more memory or anything. It just leaves it there in case you ever want it again. There's even a keyboard shortcut for this. You can press Command /, right? So Command / will insert this at the very beginning of the line. And if you press Command / again, it will remove it. Okay, so that's commenting. Very, very handy. Let's see what other modifiers we can try out. Okay, so over here, wow. So this looks really complex. So what I'd like you to do is to just tap on copy over here, copy, and down here, put your cursor underneath and tap on it and choose paste. Okay, so what it does is it gives you a nice yellow outline. Okay, can you figure out how to make it a different color? I bet you can. Right, so you just need to go over here, change yellow to, let's say you want it to be red. By all means, you get a red outline. What if you want your line width to be even thicker? Well, you can probably guess that this 15 over here determines the line width. So let's change it to 50 because that's a bit ridiculous. I think I will keep it. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, now that your picture is set, update the text below it. The text is another built-in view. So this thing, I think you have no problem. You just need to change your name to your name. So my name is YJ. So I'm just going to put here, right, YJ and his giant circle. Okay, put whatever you want, perfectly fine. Okay, And now you can choose a font style. All right, so you can delete .title, all right, and see what other options there are. You might recall some of these from the previous unit. So I'm going to say dot, and you can choose body, callout, and so on. They want you to choose caption or large title. So I think I want large title because large title is really large. So I'm just going to use large title. Okay, there we go. All about YJ and his giant circle in a large title. Very good. Okay, let's keep going. Press next. All right, and check it out. Instead of choosing a standard font size, you can use a custom font. Comment out or edit the font modifier to look at this. So remember how to comment? Command slash. Okay, so let's copy this. Right, copy and paste it below. All right, and once again, tap on this and choose paste. Okay, so what this does is it says custom font names.helvetica and size :40. So now you can choose a font with a custom size. Pretty nice. Let's delete .helvetica and choose a different font. So font names and see, Arial, Baskerville, Chalk Duster. I think I want Zapfino, right? Zapfino. And that's a nice stylish font. However, it's a little bit big, so I need to adjust my font size down. So maybe size 20 so that it will fit on the screen. Okay, so where are you going to see this font? Well, you can tap on this thing, System Fonts, to find other fonts. Okay, so these are all the fonts that are available by default on the iPad. If you head back over to Swift Playgrounds, and if you scroll down, you will notice that this playground has determined that there are a few fonts that you can use. Feel free to try them out, see what they look like, and pick one that you like. All right, let's keep going for this. Over here, you can add some other modifiers. You can change the foreground color. Instead of black, you can change to something else. I think we showed you this in the previous unit. So I'm just going to say foreground color. Remember to spell color like an American. Foreground color. And then over here, dot blue perhaps. Okay, there you go. It's turned blue. You can give it some padding. Okay, dot padding. And you can actually adjust how much padding there is. It says padding bracket 30. If I put 30 over here, you'll notice that there's a bit more space between this text and the thing before it. Okay, and there's a background with color, red 0.95, green 0.95, blue 0.95. That's pretty cool. Let's copy it. Go down here. Once again, tap on it and paste. Okay, what that does is it gives it a little gray background. And what's this red, green, blue? Those of you who have learned about physics know that light is comprised of 3 colors, red, green, and blue. So if you mix them together, you're going to get all the different colors that are available to you. Okay, so red and green makes yellow. So if you have red at 1, green at 1, but blue at 0. Hang on a second, let's go back here. Blue at 0. Okay, then you get a yellow background. So you can experiment with all kinds of different color mixes to see what sort of colors you can come up with. All right, let's keep going. Next. Okay, so what they tell you to do now is mix and match views and modifiers like stacks, SF symbols, emoji, and make sure to add some colors to make your name sparkle. My name sparkles, I think, but it's kind of weird looking, but that's fine. Here's one more thing. It says, try adding this example at the end of your VStack. Keep any parts you like and delete the rest. Okay, sure. Let's go tap on copy. All right, where's the end of your VStack? Okay, so this is the VStack. You are inside the VStack. So just be aware, every time you put your cursor inside a stack, the VStack around it will be in gray. So your job is to make sure that you tap on a part before the final gray curly brace that ends your VStack. Okay, let's go down here. All right, tap on this and press paste. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. It says that I am joyful. Sure, all right, I accept this. Okay, and you'll notice that it's got these things called image system name sparkles. These are your SF symbols that they're referring to. If you want slightly different symbols, here's how you can do it. You can just tap on this star icon over here, tap, and you can choose from thousands of symbols that are available for yourself to use in your apps. Okay, so for example, maybe I want something to do with books. All right, so let's use this books. And it says, okay, image system name books.vertical.circle.fill. Okay, and it's right here in this H stack. It's on the left of my sparkles icon. If I don't want my sparkles icon, sure, I'm just going to delete this, but I will keep the foreground color yellow. Okay, so if I want to change another one, right, let's go down here, press enter. Let's tap on this thing over here. Let's see what other cool symbols I can use to describe myself. Perhaps a paperclip. Sure, a link. All right, and I'm just going to get rid of this. All right, and if you don't want it to say joyful, feel free to say anything else. I'm just going to put here anything else. All right, maybe I'll correct my spelling error over here. Okay, so lots and lots you can do to customize your About Me page. Okay, and finally, you can add a background color or pattern. All right, this one says add the modifier below the closing brace of the VStack and padding modifier. So they actually highlight the line for you. If you have trouble finding the closing brace of a VStack, remember this tip from the previous unit. Okay, go find the VStack. Use your finger to tap on this opening curly brace over here. All right, it will highlight the entire thing. If you scroll down, right, then you will be able to see the closing curly brace. Okay, so over here it says, okay, choose dot background bracket image blue. So copy, right down here. Let's tap on it to paste, and it's going to put in a blue color background image for you. Okay, you might recall from the previous unit we had a different method where we used a Z stack. All right, this works perfectly fine because your image is a giant picture that just takes up as much space as it can in the background. So if you remember the method from the previous unit, feel free to try that as well. But this method is okay. Just take note that you need an image that's actually called blue. Open up the sidebar, you'll notice that there is an image right here called blue, and you'll notice that you can try other images like green, orange, purple, and red. Note that blue is a different image entirely. That's the character over here. Okay, so let's close the sidebar and finish up this particular unit. All right, experiment with all the things you've learned so far. Make this view totally uniquely you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.